The Secret Voyage of Zeddy. Deep within the glowing crimson canyons of Mars, a tiny hero named Zeddy lived in a cozy cave carved from the orange stone. While the rest of his family slept, Zeddy was busy preparing for a grand, secret voyage. He carefully rolled up a shimmering blue star map and tucked it into his sturdy leather satchel. His heart pitter-pattered with excitement. He was going to see the world beyond the red dust. Outside, the Martian sky was turning a deep shade of violet. Zeddy's tiny silver saucer sat waiting on a bed of fine red sand. With a soft click of the door, he climbed inside and pulled the lever. With a sudden burst of golden sparkles and a gentle hum, the saucer lifted off, leaving a trail of magic dust behind as it climbed higher and higher into the starry velvet night. Through the round porthole of his saucer, Zeddy watched the stars dance past. Suddenly, a magnificent sight appeared. It was a beautiful blue planet, shining like a precious sapphire in the dark. It was Earth. Zeddy pressed his face against the glass, his large eyes wide with awe. He had seen it in books, but it was much more beautiful than he had ever imagined. The saucer descended quietly, landing with a soft thump in a wide meadow filled with white daisies. When Zeddy stepped out, the air felt thick and sweet. It smelled like warm sunshine and fresh green grass. He had never seen so much green before. He took a deep breath and wiggled his toes in the soft earth, feeling the tickle of the flowers against his knees. As Zeddy explored the meadow, he heard a soft purr. Out from behind, a bush stepped a creature with fur as bright as a summer sunset. It was a ginger cat named Biscuit. Zeddy froze, but Biscuit just blinked her big emerald eyes and let out a friendly meow. Zeddy reached out a tiny green hand, and soon, the two were the best of friends, wandering through the tall grass together. Later that afternoon, Zeddy heard the sound of laughter. He hid behind a giant oak tree and watched as a group of children played nearby. They were tossing a bright red ball back and forth, their faces full of joy. Zeddy watched them closely, a gentle smile spreading across his face. He didn't want to scare them, so he stayed in the shadows, happy just to see their games. Zeddy wandered down to the edge of a still, clear pond. There, sitting on a mossy rock, was a round green frog named Rana. They sat together in silence for a long time, watching the shimmering dragonflies dart over the water. Rana gave a loud, happy croak, and Zeddy realized that even though they were from different worlds, they both loved the quiet beauty of the pond. Suddenly, the sky turned gray and cool drops of water began to fall. It was Zeddy's first rainstorm. He scrambled under a giant burdock leaf, using it as a natural umbrella. He listened to the rhythmic pitter-patter of the rain on the leaf and watched the world turn misty and soft. It was different from the dry winds of Mars, and Zeddy thought the rain was quite magical. As twilight fell, Zeddy found himself on the balcony of a quiet house. He spotted an old brass telescope pointed toward the sky. He climbed up and peered through the lens. There, far away, was a tiny red speck, Mars. Seeing his home made his heart feel a little heavy with homesickness. He missed the red canyons and the warm glow of his family's cave. Before leaving, Zeddy wanted to show his gratitude for the wonderful day. He reached into his satchel and pulled out a special Martian pebble that glowed with a soft, warm light. He placed it carefully on a windowsill for the children to find in the morning. It was a secret thank you gift, a little piece of Mars, to remind them that magic is everywhere if you know where to look. It was time to go home. Zeddy climbed back into his silver saucer and soared into the air. He flew low over the sleeping village one last time. Down below, Biscuit the cat sat on a garden fence, looking up and swishing her tail. Zeddy waved through the porthole, and Biscuit let out one final meow as the saucer sped away into the starry sky. heading back toward the red planet. Back in his cozy Martian cave, Zeddy was finally home. He sat with his father, Zog, and shared all the wonders he had seen. He told him about the blue planet, the soft green grass, and his new friends, Biscuit and Rana. Zog listened with a smile, proud of his brave little explorer. Zeddy tucked himself into bed, knowing that while Earth was beautiful, there was no place quite like home.